I'm your host, Katie Gilhooly, and welcome in to season 2 of the podcast. We're so excited to have you guys back, and we're really excited to start things off this season with a very special guest, Mary Kelly Mulcahy, a women's golfer from the University of Findlay. Mary Kelly, thanks so much for taking some time to chat with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Well, if you're unfamiliar with Mary Kelly and really what she's been up to the last couple of months, I'd be shocked. But in case that is the case, Mary Kelly, you had quite the summer, and I will kind of go back to our championship last spring, and that's really where you found out really during that time period that you were going to get the opportunity to represent Team USA and Division II in the University of Findlay at the Palmer Cup, and that really kind of started a barrel roll of really awesome opportunities for you on the links. So we'll start with the Palmer Cup and really what that is for those maybe who aren't familiar, and what that experience like traveling across the pond and playing golf. So for those who are unfamiliar, the Palmer Cup, obviously named after Arnold Palmer, is an opportunity for college golfers to get together and play as a team. There's a Team USA and then an international team. But talk to us a little bit about that format and the opportunity. You were the only Division II women's golfer selected. There was a male golfer from the Division II space as well. And then everyone else really is selected from that Division I space. So walk us through that format, and we'll kind of get into what it was like to play over there in Ireland.
So there were 24 people on Team USA, 12 girls and 12 boys. And then the top 11, or the first 11 picks, were Division I, and they were based off their amateur golf ranking. And then one had to be a non-Division I selection, which was basically a committee chose the best non-Division I golfer, female and then male. And I was able to get that spot. So that was pretty cool. And then when we got there, we just played like a team format. So we played like a 4-ball, a mixed 4-ball, foursomes, and then singles matches. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, and you were lights out would be the word that I feel like I can use for that. But you did not lose any of those matches, and you were the only golfer to do so on the men's and the women's side. You're the only non-Division I player to go undefeated in Palmer Cup history. So what was that experience like? Walk us through some of those matches. Walk us through flying to Ireland and getting to play on a historic course like you were able to do. And just the experience to be around some of those other golfers and get to know some people, not only fellow golfers here in America, but golfers that play all over the world.
Yeah, so it was quite the time, honestly. But we got there, and then actually I played in the British Am, which was the week before, which was in Dublin, Ireland. Didn't do too well there, but got a good experience there. A true links golf experience. It was super windy, freezing cold. So I think that kind of prepared me for the Palmer Cup, honestly. And then I had a few days just to practice, and then got over to Lahinch, which was where the Palmer Cup was. Once I got there, pretty much just practiced for a couple days, and then the first match was a mixed match, and I played with Jackson Van Paris from Vanderbilt. We were partners together, and now I can't really remember which match that was, honestly, at this point, but we ended up winning, which was pretty cool. And then I played another match with him, where that match actually went to the 18th hole, where it was an alternate shot, and we had to make birdie on the last hole, and we did. I chipped it up to a couple feet, and he was able to make it, and we won that match. And then I played in another alternate shot with a girl, her name's Farrah O'Keefe from Texas, where we won on, I think, like the 16th hole, which was pretty cool. Playing with her was like probably one of my favorite ones, because just playing with another girl, it was like really competitive, and we were playing against two like of the best people on the international team, and we kind of just kept like battling back. We got down every other hole in the beginning, and then we kind of just battled back the whole time, and then to win that match was like really big. And then I played a singles match against actually a girl from Ireland. There was definitely a lot of Irish people there, and there were like a huge crowd following us. And then I ended up winning on the 17th hole, which was just like it all like came together there. I didn't like know that I was going to be the only person to win 4 matches, or then after I won, they told me that I was the only non-Division 1 golfer to ever do that, which was honestly a shock to me. So it was all just like a perfect story at the Palmer Cup.